Hi, I'm Moody, feeling moody. It's time for a moon message. Today's moon is the waxing crescent moon under the astrological sign of Cancer. This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node Pisces. Holy Spirit, angel guides, spirit guides. What is the July buck moon month for Pisces? What's the message? Hi, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by the channel. I'm going to identify why July is called the buck moon. Then we're going to pull an oracle and then some tarot. Stay with me. So July is called the buck moon because it coincides with the time of year when male deer, who are bucks, begin to grow their new antlers. The antlers come in, they're grown in July. And if you were to touch them, they feel like velvet. Did you know that the buck is associated with growth, renewal, and transformation as a result of this antler shedding and regrowth? Also, the deer's secular growth and renewal of the antlers is almost a natural phenomenon. This happens every year. So they begin to grow new ones in the early spring, and by July, they're fully formed. That's what makes this a natural phenomenon. It doesn't take long, right? Maybe 3 months. Right. So, of course, the naming of moons is a Native American tradition, and most of this can be found in the Old Farmer's Almanac. But the renewal of the deer's antlers is seen as a symbol of a process. And that's what Spirit wants us to remember in July. Everything is a process. Okay. And the most important process is praying, meditating, and believing. Last new moon was in Cancer. Some new intentions should have been set, focusing on what we want. And in order to obtain that, prayer, meditation, and belief are going to be particularly effective in July. I bet you didn't know this, but male deer are associated with grace, beauty, and heavily connected to nature. They're very intuitive creatures. Their journey is always towards higher awareness. Actually, they've been known to connect with the spiritual realm. The shedding and growing of antlers symbolizes growth, regeneration, and letting go of old patterns. Yeah. The term stag, S-T-A-G, is associated with spiritual journeys. It's a messenger acting as a gateway between dimensions. That is something that a buck with those antlers has been identified as a gateway between the dimensions. The shedding and regrowing of those antlers, again, this is a phenomenon. It coincides really with the cycle of nature. So, bucks are actually guides and leaders, leading people in self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment. Pisces. Let's see what your oracle card is. I am using PC Cast and Colette Barrett Reed. Wisdom of the House of the Night. What is it that Pisces needs to know in July. Provide us some wisdom, Holy Spirit. Rigid. Okay. Somebody's a little too rigid. I just heard. I heard it, but let's read. Let us read. Hold on. What does Spirit say here? You got the card of rigid. Don't be rigid. Be fluid. July is a time of being fluid. Is there a stone wall that stands between you and others? Could that wall be inside of you? Now is the time to become more flexible and to drop your rigid expectations of yourself and especially of others. Don't be afraid to drop your guard a little too. If you're willing to let others in, Pisces, you will see a benefit in these connections. Another meaning here is that you recognize the wall that others may have put up. Don't take it personally if they won't let you in. This is their way of coping, and it has little to do with you. Okay, Spirit? So don't be rigid in terms of letting people in. And when people are keeping you out, don't take it personally. Holy Spirit, angel guides, spirit guides, what is the Buck Moon message for July for Pisces? Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I'm almost feeling betrayal is what made you rigid. It made you put your guard up. Okay. And walk away. Determined to start over. And I'm with you there. I think Spirit agrees with the process of wanting something more. You deserve something more. And then going after it. Actually taking some action. Walking away is the Eight of Cups. But something has you stuck. The Eight of Swords is kind of a mental imprisonment. Stuck, stagnated, sabotaged. Okay. King of Swords. Okay. Okay. King of Swords is somebody who will ask for help, who will create other relationships so that they can obtain the knowledge and the information that they need. So they're not rigid, they're not closed, they are expansive. The King of Swords is very expansive, right? He wears many different hats, plays a lot of different roles. He's at the center of the reading. He holds a sword here. That means his is upright and he can cut. He can cut those ropes off. He can break down those other swords. He can release himself from the betrayal and begin to hope again and begin to go after it again, to be open, to trust, to be vulnerable. There's always two ways we can go, right? We can stay entrapped or we can cut ourselves loose. Happiness awaits you. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. It's like you examining yourself and filling up all of these individual cups with what makes you happy, what brings you joy, new things you've discovered about yourself. Absolutely. I don't feel like anything can hold you. If there was anything that's too rigid, too closed, I see you breaking out of that, cutting that away. This is waiting with anticipation, knowing that what you want is coming. Let's qualify, Spirit. What else does Pisces need to know about July, the Buck Moon? Let go of that disappointment. I see that. Four of Cups, sitting idly, waiting for something to happen. It doesn't work like that. You've got to be engaged in order to see that cup. And I believe as soon as you open yourself up, somebody comes with an apology, or maybe something's going on with your child. Maybe you're having a child. Maybe you want to have a child. I don't know. But the sun shows a child, depicts innocence. Both of these cards depict some kind of innocence. Tell me why that's here. Spirit, the Page of Cups, and the Sun. All right. I'm just going to read them. Seven of Cups. Don't be confused about this, because this energy here threatens to keep you rigid, and Spirit wants you to be flexible. He wants you to be fluid. He wants you to be prepared and open to receive what's coming in. With the Sun, you're going to know it, but will you be ready for it? Will you trust enough to let it in? Totally unexpected. Totally unexpected and not prepared for it. That's what the Tower is. That could be a missed opportunity with the Four of Cups here too. And that's what Spirit wants to avoid. A lot of times we want love, but we're not really receptive to it when it comes around. We're guarded, and we still remember that betrayal, that disappointment, that sadness. But see, behind is Two Cups that's standing. Another opportunity, a wish fulfillment. Healing may be required, more healing. So even if it's delay, work on healing, right? Work on feeling better about yourself. Work on filling up some of your cups here. Work on you until you feel like the Emperor, the Empress. Very valuable, very connected, spiritually protected. Prayed up. You know, the Emperor, the Empress is somebody who lives with God, walks with Him, talks with Him. I often wonder, how do people live without God? I mean, I need somebody else to talk to. That's the Emperor, the Empress. They are always in communication with Spirit. Again, yeah, see, I think there's still more healing needed. Healing in July. And that's a good thing. Look how many cups you have. You only need one to totally be happy. You need that love, but you want to be ready when it comes. It is coming. It is coming. Tell me, Holy Spirit, what does... We're going to talk about love, then we're going to talk about career. Yeah, see? Remorse, past actions and words are hindering this situation right now, are making you rigid. Yeah, some of you are a little more argumentative than you need to be, taking it personally, and you shouldn't. Right. Neptune is busy in July. Let's look at some astrology here. What's going on with Neptune? Spirit. Yeah, Saturn and Neptune are retrograde in Aries. Okay. So you may have good intentions, but something is holding you back. It could be this guilt, this shame, denial, illusions, deception by self or others, some boundaries that you need to detach from. And of course, self-love, focusing on yourself. I have no doubt it's coming in. Because you are a sign of perseverance. You are. And Spirit reassures you by saying whatever obstacles have been in your way, they are blessed opportunities of growth. They were put there to grow you, to prepare you for what's coming in. Both partners have the desire and will to overcome. So if you persevere, you're going to meet somebody who aligns with you, who is your wish. You have two cards of wish fulfillment here. And you have the Sun, which is the best card in the deck. I have no doubt that it's coming. The question is, will you be ready for it? Will you be open to it? Will you allow it in, Pisces? Yes. Or will this betrayal and guilt continue to hang on? Spirit wants you to trust this part of your journey, understanding that through pain, the pain was to teach you and others too how to love more deeply, in a higher divine capacity. And also when to give your love. If you're the one who always finds yourself doing more, trying harder, it's very important that you be balanced at this time, that you give as good as you get, and that you allow others in. You allow them to give. Take time to think about your situation to gain clarity. Okay. Tell me about work, Spirit, for Pisces. Work, career, ideas. What do you want Pisces to know in July? The Sun, all this clarity, the Star. What's their wish fulfillment in terms of career, money, wealth, ideas, creativity? What does Pisces need to know? Movement. You'll make good progress in July, and you'll be able to overcome any obstacles. This is definitely about you persevering over anything, for you to be able to receive big leaps and take big leaps forward and receive big rewards. What else, Spirit? There is going to be movement in July. Some of you are going to leave behind this energy and everything that's associated with it. I know it because I see the success. You're not going to be rigid. You're going to be open and fluid. Some of you, in terms of career, your career could change entirely, Spirit says. Like you were doing one thing, you end up doing something brand spanking new. And that's another reason why you have to be open and fluid, because you have no idea where you're headed and you have to trust. What else, Spirit? What else? Thank you. Adventure. Exciting work. Some of you, working outdoors is exciting. Or maybe it's time for you to take a trip with all this Cancer energy, like a change in scenery often stirs those creative juices again. Yeah, create some magic. I'm feeling that because you have the power. And Spirit says now's the time to use it to attract what you want into your life. There are no limits. No, the sky is the limit. Okay. He's definitely encouraging you to open up, to allow movement, to go with the adventure. Excitement, action, ups and downs. Right. Now is a time for both advancement and stagnation. Because opportunities can present themselves, but if we're not ready, it's just another cycle that we're in without the movement. If there is hope, allow yourself to move on. Like, don't be too comfortable, too loyal with any job at the sake of not exploring other creative job streams. Definitely hearing that for you. Okay, tell me something else, Spirit. Pisces, buck moon month. You're growing some new antlers in terms of love, because those antlers also are what attracts the doe. And based on those antlers, she decides who she is going to cohabitate with, have offspring with. Yeah, so this is a time where love is concerned, not to be rigid. Also to do the research, find out what's behind those antlers, and find out what's going on with that doe. Yeah. Do they even really want to have children? Something was going on with children here. Some of you are going through chaos. And Spirit told me to say, you may leave a position or be terminated. However, there's always new opportunities ahead. And one of those opportunities could see you changing careers. Okay. What else, Spirit? Pisces, work, money. What else? Pisces, work, money, July. What does Pisces need to know? Yeah, being stuck as opposed to being financially sound. Travel is definitely here. That change of scenery does wonders. I do see stability for now, but we always have to have a game plan, right? We are responsible for our financial security. There's just no way around that. Moody. What else for Pisces? Don't worry. Money will come in slowly. Steady progress. Right. Think about the long term. Now is the time you're very focused on the long term. Let's summarize this reading, Spirit, please. Oh, no, I want to talk about love a little bit more. What else? Tell me. Let's talk about love again. Yeah, because those other cards are about you letting go of whatever's been a blockage, opening up, trusting again, getting over betrayal. And the best way to do that is to have heart-to-heart conversations. That's opening up, getting to the exact nature, seeing if there's alignment. Are you two going the same way? Once you do that, I see you're able to recognize a soulmate. They actually make it to the top of your screening. Yeah, those heart-to-heart conversations actually show you, they allow you to develop a friendship, to discover the real person. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Again, don't be rigid, be flexible, be open, be inviting, be vulnerable. I told you, I knew it was coming. It was just you being ready for it. I do see it. I do see you. You may be working on yourself. Like I said, healing in July. July could be a lot of preparation because you're still waiting by the end of July. But that's because not only does God have to get you in alignment, he has to get them in alignment. And then he has to create the path to where you two meet. And usually when we're waiting, we're going to get something better than we even asked for. You get a soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. You're going to get one. And this is love. Love, yes. Final messages, Spirit, for Pisces, the buck moon. What does Pisces need to hear? Thank you. In the interim, learn to love yourself. Choose to see the beauty in you. Your wealth lies in your nature and potential. Transform any weaknesses into strengths and realize that you are a light. Allow yourself to shine. Those of you who need more healing and to really be able to trust and let your guard down, Spirit encourages you to do inner work, because that's going to bring you ideal situations for inner healing. As you become aware of your weaknesses and turn them into strengths, you direct your thoughts towards the light and see the positive side of every stage, every process that you're going through. Darkness turns into courage. It's all about you healing yourself, doing some inner work in July, preparing yourself for what it is that's coming in, so you're going to be ready. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, Pisces. I would love to hear from you. Until the next moon phase, namaste.